see it as a separate asset class. What we need to do and what we've tried to do is to take the principles of impact investing and make it the principles of investing full stop. So if you're going to do investments, your investment should not only take into account commercial return, but should consider developmental and social impact. And this is exactly what we do at Hess Holdings. As an investment company, in fact, if you go to our website or anything, for the last 10 years, we are an African investment company that makes investments in key sectors across the continent that generate both commercial return and developmental impact.
Could you speak to some of those investments that you guys have made?
So I was going to come to that. So if you look at what we've done on the foundation side, like I said, we started by having a portfolio. We did a number of impact investing in Nigeria and across the continent. But we began to see that it was more important to create entrepreneurs, because if we focus on developing a sea of entrepreneurs on the continent, these guys will solve the problems that we have identified in the SDG and be able to deliver the solutions and get us closer to our goal. And so we made a commitment about 5 years ago that we were going to fund 10,000 entrepreneurs over a period of 10 years. Our target was to do 1,000 every year. As at this year, we would have beat our target by, but in fact, we'll beat our total 10-year target, because I think we would cross 10,000 entrepreneurs in this year because of the way we've run the program and brought in partnership. And a number of these entrepreneurs are doing amazing things across the continent. They are creating jobs, they are dealing and addressing issues and problems that you identify in the different areas and helping to provide that return, both commercially and social return that we are trying to achieve as an organization.
Thank you very much. Thank you for that. So Dr. Abassi, I'm going to come to you. So this is for the SMEs in the audience. You know, I think one of the interesting things about impact investing is that it gives an opportunity for people to create SDG-aligned businesses. So Dr. Abassi, you are the founder and CEO of 54Gene. Your company is an African genomics company that was launched in January 2019. So can you please give us a bit of background as to what exactly your company does? And after you do that, I'd like the audience to know that the company recently received funding of $4.5 million in impact funding. And I'd like you to tell us what your company does and how you have been able to position your business to receive this kind of funding. And what can other people learn from your experiences?
Okay, thank you. So I think I want to start first by just talking about the world we live in now. Once upon a time, if you were upset with a company, you would have to send an email, a letter to the company, or maybe an email, and wait for snail mail to respond. But in today's world, because of interconnectedness, and that's why we're here, Social Media Week, if as a company I am doing things that you don't agree with, you could take me to Twitter, right? And as soon as you go on Twitter, you've gotten the attention of the CEO. And I think that is what is beginning to make companies to say, we are not just interested in making profit, we have a responsibility. Because we don't just want to do well, we want to do good while doing well. Now, my company is an African genomics company, and the problem we're solving is that of healthcare data, genetics data, that is leading to innovation, discovery of new drugs. In today's world, almost every major new drug being discovered is being discovered as a result of human genetic evidence. Is if, as an African, your data is not used in pharmaceutical R&D, the drugs that are being discovered will not work for you. An example is an HIV drug called efavirenz. 25% of Africans cannot metabolize that HIV drug. So if there's 5 of us here, at least one person will take that drug and have terrible side effects. And why is that? It's because when that drug was being discovered and being trialed, the drug companies did not look at Africans. So, the drug company did not look at Africans. And so that's what my company is solving. And just last year we launched and we raised $4.5 million in seed funding. Now, why were we able to do this? I think it was because the investors who came into our company understood the potential for good. Now, one of the things I'd like to say is impact investing is not the same thing as charity.
I think that's a very important thing to state because, sorry to interrupt, but I think impact investing is something that is often talked about, but people don't really understand what it is. People confuse it with CSR, they confuse it with NGOs and things of that sort. So it's a very important distinction to make.
In fact, if you want to bring in charity money as an investor into my company, I probably would say no, because that means there's a misalignment in our values. As a company founder and CEO, I want to do well. I want to make money, right? I want to be profitable.